A glyph for more money. Let's see. I'll add some kuta and we'll throw a couple other ones in there and... Oh, that doesn't look right. Kaiser's game bunker. Well, that's not a glyph. What up then did I just conjure up? Never mind. Back to the drawing board.
Alright, Rose, go ahead and get your gear. We have a mission.
Why then would I go with you?
I figured you'd be excited about this. I mean, this is the last mission that you were told that you have to do with me. But you know what? It's okay. I can go ahead and talk to him. We can turn it into 2 smaller missions later on.
No. I'll get my gear right away. Where are we going anyways?
We're heading out to find the leads for the Dov-Rha Sabatons.
What? Why are we searching for the items of a Nord who can talk to dragons? Is this a plot to steal the dragon's gold? I'll have no part in this.
No, Rose. I think you might be confused. Not Dov-Keen, the Dov-Rha. It's a mythic item. It allows you to throw your weight around as if you were a dragon.
No matter. Just tell me the area we're going so I can get the proper gear.
Let's just say where we're going, there's more moon sugar than grains of sand on a beach.
Okay, Robert. I'll prepare my gear for Elsweyr.
Before I forget, take note, fellow adventurers. This mythic does require several DLCs. They are as followed: Elsweyr, Dragonhold, and Scalebreaker. Or you can do what we did and just go with ESO Plus for a month, as that includes all DLC content. Also, you'll need to have the Psijic skill line unlocked as well, and that's from the Somerset DLC.
Okay, I've got my flame retardant gear. Let's go.
Alright, this first lead is going to be found right over here in the dragon-infested lands of southern Elsweyr. This is where we're going to hunt for the lead for the Dov-Rha Sabaton Toe Cap. Now this lead can be a bit tricky to get, as it only drops some Psijic portals that can be found around the zone. Now unfortunately there is no real easy way to get this one, but we can help you narrow down your search. Here, look at this map. It shows you where all the runestones could pop up. Now keep in mind that these Psijic portals do share a spawn spot with runestones. So the only real tip I can give you is to stay diligent, and maybe bring a friend to harvest runestones and call out portals as they spawn in. If you need an example of what you're looking for, take a look at the one behind me.
Psijic portal? What in hell are you talking about, Robert? There's nothing there.
Hold on a second. Rose, are you telling me you don't have the passive ability See the Unseen from the Psijic skill line?
Why would I waste my time around a bunch of insufferable altmen just for a passive skill?
Well, for starters, you can't even see Psijic portals without it. And secondly, you can find some nice loot in those things depending on the zone you're in. I've made close to about 100,000 gold from the stuff I found through Psijic portals.
You've got to be joking. 100,000 gold? How on earth did I never hear about this? I'm going to Somerset right now. I'll be back when I'm done.
If you're like Rose and don't happen to have the skill line unlocked, be sure to click the link above and follow along with Rose as she goes and gets it. Now for those that do have it, follow along with me and I'll show you a loop that I use to grind this lead out. When running around down here in southern Elsweyr, you're going to find that there are rarely any areas that don't have any enemies in them, so running loops here can be a bit tedious. But we found an area by the Pride Home Way Shrine. We found that this spot was less of a hassle to loop around and find portals in. We may have to zap some crazy cats on our way through, but we'll point out the areas with markers as we go along. The first 2 runestone locations will be right here next to the Way Shrine. From here you'll follow the road north into the striking locale Pride Home. Outside the entrance to the right side and the left side of the wall, you'll find 2 more runestone spawn locations. Then you'll continue on in. When you go up the path a bit, you'll see some stairs off to the right. Go ahead and go up them and you'll see another spawn location right next to the light. Once you've gotten that, we're going to turn around and go back down the stairs and continue up the path. Before you go up the next set of stairs, you're going to see another spawn spot off to the left. When you're up those stairs, take that right and then take the immediate left. You'll come and go up the stairs and go into the little Zen garden area. If you look over to the back and the left side, you'll see another spawn location. From here, just turn around and go back down the stairs. Oh, don't want to fight them. Then you'll take this bridge right over here to the left. When you clear the bridge, you're going to see another spawn location for runestones right behind the light off to the left against the wall. Ooh, it's hot. There are so many moon cultists here. Kinda wish I had Rose to clear some of them out. We're right here at the end anyways. Once we get across this bridge, we're going to take the path to the left. It's going to lead to another Zen garden. At the end of that Zen garden is your last runestone spawn location. From here you can just repeat the loop until you start seeing portals, or you can go to a different area and try farming it and then come back here at a later time. Well, that finishes that. I wonder where Rose is. I guess we'll just have to wait on her.
Alright, Robert, I'm done, and I've already got my lead from the very first portal I came to, and all this amazing loot. Can't wait to sell it for gold. Surprisingly, this adventure's not turning out quite bad.
Hold on to that energy, Rose, you're going to need it. This next lead is going to be found in the pleasantly fragrant cities of northern Elsweyr. This is where you'll pick through any safe box in the zone to find the lead for the Dov-Rha Sabaton Lames. I bet you're wondering to yourself, where am I going to find these safe boxes? Don't worry, we got you covered. We found 3 different towns you can loop through to get this lead. Best of all, we've included maps with little markers showing where all the safe boxes are. We are going to show these maps back to back, so if you need more time to look at them, be sure to use your Psijic abilities to pause that screen. The first city is going to be in Rivenhold, which is right over here on the map. It has about 6 safe boxes, which you can find right here. The next town's right over here in the Stitches. It's right over here on the map. This little area has about 5 safe boxes. You can find them all right here. And we saved the best for last, the town of Rune. It's right over here on the map. This one has 19 safe boxes you can rummage through. They're right here on the map. Take note that some of these houses and shops have multiple safe boxes in them, so keep an eye out. Once you snagged your lead and successfully ducked the guard, you'll want to stay in northern Elsweyr and head on over to the dungeon Moongrave Fane. It's right over here on the map. And this is where we're going to take out any of the trash mobs to get the lead for the Dov-Rha Sabaton Poleyn.
You're absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe you almost got us arrested by a guard in Rune. I almost lost all my loot.
Well, Rose, I figured I'd kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We had to get the lead, and I also had an endeavor to escape from the guard. It was a match made in heaven. Besides, I would have bailed you out if you gotten caught. I know you'd do the same for me, right, Rose?
Yeah, sure I would.
Rose, you would, right?
Oh, look, over there, a big kitty. Maybe he has the lead.
Oh, wow, he is big. Yeah, let's get that lead.
But that was easier than I thought. Where's the next lead?
Let me take a look. It says this one's also in northern Elsweyr, in a location called Sunspire. If you're wanting to find it on the map, it's right over here. It says the lead for the Dov-Rha Sabaton heal drops from any of the dragons within the trial.
Wait a minute. I know why this sounded familiar. This is a 12-person trial, not a 2-man dungeon. You've got to be out of your mind if you think I'm going to fight this with you.
Oh, come on, Rose. I'm sure it's not that bad. Plus, it's set to normal. We run veteran dungeons all the time. How hard can it be?
Okay, fine. I guess we can try, but for the record, I don't think this is a good idea.
Rose, I need you to bring the ads over to you. Ugh.
I'm a little busy. Down! Back! Ugh. Robert, please. We've been doing this for hours. I don't care if I have to do 8 more missions with you at this point. I'm going back to the guild hall. You're on your own. Find yourself a trial group like you should have in the first place.
Yeah, we're definitely going to need a couple more bodies. Let's see who's available. Looks like Tamriel Trade Secrets doesn't have one in their lineup. That Khajiit Guild Tales of Tributes is not running this week. And it looks like the Mystic Forge doesn't have enough experienced adventurers. Well, it looks like I got no choice. I'm going to have to pug this one. If you're like me and don't have a group or guild you can run with, have no fear, fellow adventurers, as there's a whole bunch of random people out there you can coordinate with. And yes, teaming up with a bunch of rando commandos is a viable solution, as those who are looking for this type of content are usually more prepared for such endeavors. And with the most recent update, it's gotten even more simple to connect with people. In the days of old, you would have to shout out your acronyms for the content you wanted to run into the open fields of Crackle, or any other spot where more seasoned adventurers would hang out, and pray to the divines that someone needed you for the specific content you wanted to run. But things have greatly improved with the group finder. Let me go ahead and show you this thing right quick. For those who are on console, or have the accessibility mode on, head on over to the activity finder and go into the group finder. But if you're on PC, you simply just need to hit the P key to find the group finder. Once you're in there, you'll see 2 set of options, to either look for active groups or to create your own. Best part of this is that they offer filters to sort through the content, so just narrow down what you're looking for and select it. If you don't see what you're looking for, just create your own listing, and just be sure to leave it as inclusive as possible to cut your wait times. Hey, I was able to find a group pretty quickly with that. Now that I've got my group, it's time to stick it to those flying, overgrown, and limp-winged wyverns.
And so it began. The siege against those so-called gods. As the random assembly of intrepid adventurers made their way in, they quickly burned all that stood in their way. Even the dragons, with all their confidence and supposed power, could not handle the combined might of those tenacious adventurers. One by one, they fell. Until...
Oh, looky there. The lead dropped. Once you do get your hands on this lead, you'll be ready to take on the last dragon-related dungeon, which is right over here in the deep forests of Grotwood. You'll be looking for the Lair of Marsalok, which is right over here on the map. This is where we're going to recover the lead for the Dov-Rha Sabaton guards. Now you may want to mentally prepare yourself to be here for a while, as this lead drops from the final boss, Marsalok. Even with an experienced group, this dungeon can take around 25 to 30 minutes to clear, so just push hard and pray to the Daedric Prince of RNG that it drops sooner rather than later. When you finally have all your leads in hand, you'll be ready to head on over to High Isle to dig them all up. And when you finally do get that last piece, you'll have another unique piece of armor to play around with. This mythic is really neat and can be a benefit to those who like to keep their resistances really high. Let me go ahead and explain. While you sprint with these on, you gain a stack of draconic scales every half second. This grants you 660 armor for each stack up to a maximum of 20. That's 13,200 extra resistance. When you finally do come to a stop, you'll deal 210 damage and an 8 meter shockwave per stack, as well as gaining a damage shield equal to the damage dealt. And keep in mind, this only lasts for 10 seconds. And when you do this at the maximum of 20 stacks, it will also stun the enemies for 3 seconds. Though I should warn you, your damage and shields may vary as it scales with your max resistances. In any case, there's no need for this to, drag on. Go ahead and get out there and show them that these boots are made for more than just walking. Who in oblivion is that? Oh no. Oh yeah! And that wraps up another guide. We want to thank y'all for sticking around to the end. It really helps us out more than you know. We also want to go ahead and give a special shout out to our YouTube channel members like Dev-Rha. Your support means the world to us. If you enjoy what we do here, be sure to go ahead and give us a thumbs up down below and maybe even leave us a comment on future things you'd like to see us cover. While you're down there, why not go ahead and subscribe and ring that bell for notifications so you get notified when we release new content. Speaking of content, we have more guides and lore videos off in the playlist right over there if you're up for more adventure. Looks like it's time for me to get some much needed rest. We hope to see you all in the next one. I wonder where Rose is hanging out.